Yo, since Halloween Kills got delayed because of COVID-19 till 2021 October, let's go ahead and bust out a hardcore spoiler movie review on John Carpenter's film from 1978, Halloween. Y'all ready for this? Let's do this! This movie came out of nowhere in 1978 and didn't really make it big until a little bit later on, maybe 1980. It did stay in the movie theaters for close to 10 months before it became a following. And you got to think, back in the day, they didn't have that many movie showings, theaters that would go ahead and show these type of horror movies. And so once it did come out, it was kind of a flop, but then it started getting a little bit of a following and word of mouth, and this movie became huge. It probably became one of the most all-time successful slasher movies ever, and it has created the genre of slashers, or revised them from all of the earlier successors. John Carpenter was able to use such great cinematography with Dean Cundy by his side, and also with John Carpenter's able to perform really good composing. He did a great job at this show. So Michael Myers here is his very first entry into the cinematic universe, and we are able to find out who he is. Not really who he is, but what he is. His actual character's name is the Shape. He's a shape of evil. He's pure evil. You can't control it. It's this. Just think of, a dark rider on a pale white horse riding behind you. That is Michael Myers. You can't escape death. He's pretty much the Grim Reaper. When he's ready to kill, he's going to kill you. If it's time for you to die, you're going to die. So this movie is great. We're going to first introduce Laurie into Michael Myers' world. In this movie, he's not, her and them aren't sister and brother. They are just mutant acquaintance. He sees her after he breaks out of prison, and he decides that she's the target. And Laurie Strode in this show is a vulnerable virgin, and she's a good girl, doesn't really do anything wrong. She did smoke some pot, which was awesome, but we're going to find out what Michael Myers is all about in this. If you guys haven't seen this show, you need to go watch it. I really don't want to go too much into it. If you've seen this movie, you've seen it 100 times. It's not a movie that you just watch one time and forget about it, because this movie does stick with you. And we're going to go through all of it real fast. We're not going to make this video long, but here are some of the great images from it, and I'm going to go back on camera and tell you more about this show. Stick around. Alright, so Michael Myers breaks out of, not prison, but the insane asylum, and he goes right to Haddonfield, and he decides, what's going on in my old town? And he steps out and he sees Laurie Strode and a bunch of her friends, and they're walking home from school. Maybe saw him before school, stalked her a little bit, stalked Tommy Doyle, Tommy Doyle, little kid, carrying his pumpkin, want to go home, he's going to carve it that night, what little kids do. In Halloween in the 80s, they don't do that shit now, but they did it back then, and, bam, Michael Myers steps right in front of him, and he drops a fucking pumpkin, falls on the ground. It's like, oh shit, it's the boogeyman life. So this is where Tommy starts thinking about the boogeyman, and so he wants to ask his older babysitter, what is the boogeyman? And he does ask Laurie a few times, and she says that he's not real. Come forward all the way to the very end of the movie, she's the one that's asking Dr. Loomis if the boogeyman's real, and he says, as a matter of fact, he is. Was that the boogeyman? As a matter of fact, it was. Michael Myers, like in this movie, you just think he's a stalker. He's just, just some dude, some insane asylum guy. It's crazy. But when you come to watch more of this movie, and then Dr. Loomis shoots him 6 times, and he falls off the balcony, and then they go out to the balcony, and then he's gone. He touches the ground. Loomis touches the ground, and there's blood there, and it's on his hand. And, you know, it's like you've been trick or treated with death. Like, it's crazy. So I know you guys are already seen this movie, and I'm not going to go through scene by scene. I just want to talk a little bit about, like, what do y'all think about, you know, watching that and him, you know, getting shot 6 times. He's got stabbed, you know, in the neck with the clothespin. In this one, what else really happened? You know, he killed, you know, how he killed Bob. You know, he picks Bob straight up, you know, and then stabs him with the knife, and then Bob's about a foot off the ground, and the knife's impaled through him through the wall, through the door, like he's hanging there. That nobody, I don't care who you are, you know, maybe if you're Hulk Hogan and you're picking up like fucking Billy Kidman or something, then maybe you could do that. But I don't see how anyone with one hand can fucking, let alone fucking pick somebody up and stab them. So he kills Bob, you know. He kills pretty much everybody. Annie, you know, he strangles her to death. So, like, especially that scene with Annie, she's like chilling, she's babysitting Lindsay, and she spills some stuff on her shirt. And what do you do back in the day? Like today, we just go grab a new shirt. But no, oh, I'm going to go wash my shirt, wash my pants. So she's washing them. And then she gets locked into the laundry room, which the laundry room's like outside of the house. It's not indoor of the house. And I don't know where you all live, but like where I live, usually the laundry room's in the house. It's not like in the garage. But so you actually have to walk out in the middle of the dark to go get your clothes. That's kind of scary on itself. And then she got locked in there. And like, really, if you watch the Blu-ray version or any other high quality versions of this film, you could see Michael Myers in the background so much. He's just like, he's like right there, like the background, and it's just a white face and fades away. I never really noticed any of that a lot in the VHS versions because I watched this movie a lot on VHS. But when you get the Blu-ray and high quality versions and you're watching it on 4K or whatnot, yeah, this shit's fucking, it's crazy. So, you know, even though I'm wearing a Halloween 2 ending, but that's what's so great about this movie, because it ties in with part 2. It's in the same night, and really when you watch it, it doesn't really seem like it's, you know, so 2-3 years apart. I guess you can tell by the wigs that Laurie wears, that Jamie Lee Curtis wears, but don't really look into that much. You really want to watch Halloween 1 and 2 together. They really try to tie in 2018 with these, with part 1, but it doesn't tie in with 2. So I don't know really where it fits in with that. If you guys follow me on my on this channel, you know I'm not too big of a fan of 2018. I thought it was okay, but I really wanted to rip that one a new asshole. Hopefully the next 2 movies will be great, and it will make 2018 better. So I didn't really want to go into this one too much. Just wanted to know what you guys think. Part 1 and 2 go together, and it's just a great movie, man. You know, it makes me want to get a van, a real van, get some beers, and go find an abandoned house. And if I did have a girlfriend, I don't. Maybe I take my wife there, or maybe we can make some love in Michael Myers' house, and maybe he won't show up, or maybe he will. So y'all tell me what you think. Hey, that's been a while since my last video. I had to move. And right now, I have COVID-19. I am fucking in quarantine. So, yeah, quarantine boy right here. So I'm gonna stay here, get this virus out of me, keep my girls safe, keep my wife safe, keep everybody else out there safe, and war Halloween kills in 2021. Later.